Wanted to add to that, as well as you can see here how North was just going crazy, and he's also going against Cure as well. But the fact that North is out here having all the right pieces in the right places, as well as having Narb and one of the best Narbashans in the game, just having his bag at all times. I think the team played extremely well in this game. Having Oba on the Kwang, as you can see how strong Kwang is right now, how he can easily just dish out so much damage and just be a problem around the map. Really gave Team Toasty a really big fight in these objectives, and Mav coming in crazy, stealing the big Orb Prime. Give him a big shot, but at the end of the day, it's really a team game, and having the monkeys kind of always just makes it a 4v5 most of the time, and that's why Tekken Kid was splitting most of the time. That's really what the monkey does, which makes it a little bit harder when it comes to these team fights, being all together like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I completely agree, especially like with Bengal Max assessment, right? I think that was something that we should definitely highlight. Is initially they did really good to protect North, but as the game went on, Tekken Kid and Mav both at the same time, right? We saw them jump onto the backline, and that was the biggest thing of that team comp is don't let anyone else get to the Kira. If you let them get to the Kira, then that's a lot of your kill potential is gone. And I think that resulted in Oba being kind of further extended than he should be in those situations. Maybe in the next game, if they are playing a similar team comp to protect, like save your utilities, save your abilities to protect the little Kira, or protect the ADC, right? It's protect the president type team comp versus a pick type team comp. So either way, beautiful game number one. Great way to start off these finals, this best of 5. And I think if no one else has anything to share, we're gonna get into game number 2. This time, it's gonna be me and Kev Kaioken taking up the handle here. He's going to be doing a little bit of color casting, so give him a little bit of love. Give a shout out to Kev. He's doing it big here. So
let's go, baby.
More than I'd like, but we'll figure it out going forward. Going into game number 2, Team Toasty versus Team Norf. I think we've got a little bit of a different team comp this go around, as we do have. What am I taking a look here? Trying to pull up. Looks like it's going to be the Kira pick again for Norf, if I'm not mistaken, and then we've got Cure on the Grim, but I'm not seeing. What am I seeing right here? Kev, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm on the get ready screen.
I am as well.
Okay,
Just want to make sure I'm not losing my mind.
Oh,
there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we're so back. All right, match number 2. Kev, we just saw the first match, right? We got game number 2 hopping in here. Okay, if you are Team Toasty, you're up 1 game. Do you pull some shenanigans on game number 2?
I think so. I mean, if you ask me, I just come in here to have a good time. I know these guys are playing for a little cash money, but at the same time, you just want to have a good time and just pick whatever you want to have fun with. Am I right?
I think this is the game to do it, right? If you're going to do some sort of 5-man invade, some sort of shenanigans, this is the game. But looks like it's going to be Mav just pulling that red buff by himself. Is able to take it out, no problem. And then we did have a leash for Shinbi, as we know Shinbi's she's a little bit weak initially, especially with that jungle clear. But my God, as the game goes on, Shinbi is just terrifying. But yeah, Tekken Kid on his bread and butter over here. We see him on Grux a lot, and we do have that Greystone, man. Greystone. How do you feel about the Greystone changes as of late here, Kev?
Man, ever since they buffed the gray, all I see is Greystone left and right. If he is not banned, he is getting picked, and he is definitely a problem. His sustainability, his damage, and just his ability to just jump on the back line is very scary. So he's very strong at the moment, pacifist.
Terrifying. And I don't know. I don't know that you go Ashbringer on Greystone. I've been seeing a lot of people just build Ashbringer on.
Some new tech.
That's the new tech.
Some new tech. I haven't heard of it though.
Maybe not on Greystone, but I see like Ashbringer on who was it?
On Grux.
Aerith. Grux? Grux
Yeah,
actually?
yeah. Crazy Fool's been
Oh,
doing some weird Ashbringer 69 crit damage, something like that.
I mean that's crazy fool. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Crazy Fool.
Shout out
But yeah,
Crazy.
okay. Yeah, I mean, Greystone is extremely crazy right now. I could see Ashbringer on Grux for sure, but yeah, Greystone is just going to win that trade initially until Grux can get a little bit of attack speed, uh, get something going there, but nothing too crazy going on. Mav opting for a full clear to start things off. Team Toasty maintaining that pressure in lane. Grim, extremely powerful early, and especially with a support Wraith. I think we just saw a support Wraith, so he's opting for support Wraith again. Man, you got to ban that, right? You have to ban the Wraith nowadays because it is just so disgusting to play against in lane.
Me being a carry main and seeing all of these great supports are driving me nuts. And they're also building him magic damage. They're building him Soulbinder first, so it's just like free poke damage all day, every day for the Wraith. And as you can see here, Toasty's just kind of abusing that right next to the cure. That's just a poke lane right there. You can't really do anything about all that.
Right, right. I mean, you have the Narbash to try and negate some of the poke, right? But initially, it's just right. It's borrowed time, right? Because the healing from Narbash is minuscule in the early, so it's just annoying to deal with.
No, yeah, and as you can see here, Tekken is really just playing it slow here. He's playing his R&B, trying to get that sustainability going, and Bondrude is actually about to get ganked here by the Mav, and he just jumps away, but he might have to burn his flash here. Yep, and he burns the flash. That's really good for them here.
Definitely. I mean, you have to burn the flash there for sure. So good job by Bondrude there to realize that this is the time to use it, right? You want to hold that as long as possible. But now knowing that that is unavailable, I think that Tekken Kid still has his flash as well. If I'm not mistaken, let me look up top there. Yeah, he's still got his flash. So might opt for a more aggressive play in the future, at least until we see that ult coming out there from Greystone. But I do want to touch on a quick change here. We've got Lakeinator in the mid yet again, but instead of Bry, we've got Appy stepping in. Appy's kind of the main guy here for the team. So love to see Appy in the game. But nice rock here coming out from Mav. There's a route to follow it up. Appy is going to have to flash away. He does, and he should be able to get out of that one. But now a Belica in mid without a flash. The next gank from Mav is going to be a difficult one for Appy to survive. But we've got Norf here in the dual lane, trying to respect the fact that he is getting collapsed on by Mav, but we do have Shinbi falling up onto the Rampage at the same time. Not a lot of kill potential until the Shinbi is level 6, but at the same time, you want to get a little bit of damage, and realizing the position that Team Norf is in, Team Toasty is going to make that call yet again here to try and get that first Fangtooth, try and set the pace for game number 1. 5 minutes is the spawn time for Fangtooth. So being able to get this early is fantastic. We had Oba trying to go in there. Not enough, as Team Toasty is going to secure that first one. And I think that's going to be Belica also costing Belica's life at the same time. So not a great trade from Team Norf, as Team Toasty setting the pace here in game number 2.
That was a good attempt right there by Oba trying to steal it, but they knew that they had the tempo to just go for it. And as you can see, they got the Belica pick as well. So that's just a big W for Team Toasty here. That is a great start. First blood and first Fang going to Team Toasty.
Yep, you love to see that too. That's a lot of gold, a lot of XP for the side of Team Toasty. Starting things off here. I'm not sure who got the Elim. I think it was Cure, and if it was Cure to get that first blood and to get the first objective, man, Team Norf is going to have an uphill battle here. If we can take a look here, Bengal Mac, just real quick, just pull up the scoreboard, give it a quick flash when you have the opportunity, so we can take a look. That was Cure. Okay, so he's got a decent gold lead onto Norf, which is, he's got first item versus a T2 item. This is going to be a rough matchup. As Grim, man, Grim is just extremely, extremely difficult to deal with in lane, especially if he gets ahead and you have a Wraith to deal with, poke damage on top of that. It's, man, I do not envy Team Norf right now.
No, Cure having that plasma blade already good to go. He just has crit on top of magic damage, attack speed, everything that you need. So he's going to be a danger in this game.
Nasty, nasty to deal with. But nonetheless, this is a Pred is a game of little mistakes and little victories, and being able to turn those into bigger victories. And both teams know how to do that, right? Team Norf, Team Toasty, they're very well experienced. They're veterans in their field. They know how to recognize when something is going their way and when it's not. So only time will tell. As here we are, game number 2, 8 minutes in to the finals, and they are starting to position for what looks like the mini prime, and that is going to be the pool coming out there from Oba, trying to start it early, but I think he's going to back off here as there is a lot of pressure coming out from Team Toasty.
They do get that flash from the Narbash. That is really good for them. Now the Narbash is going to play a very, very scary game here. He cannot get caught out. He is the heals for the team as they position themselves. I think Team Toasty definitely has the better position. Mav is getting ready with the rock here. They are trying to see if they can catch a pick before they start the mini here. Let's see how they play this out. The Greystone's already in there.
Yeah, Greystone in there. There is the ult being utilized. Narbash gets taken out before he's able to use his ult. Microwave also goes down. Rampage ult also utilized. So Mab is going to be able to get out of there alive. But Oba being able to take out Tekken Kid at the same time. We have Cure versus Norf in the dual lane while all of this is going on. But ultimately, Team Norf is going to lose out on that one in a 1-2 trade. And that is going to allow Team Toasty to be able to get that mini prime, as I think Fangtooth was got at about 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So they've got about a minute and a half until the next Fangtooth comes up, and be positioning for that. Maybe apply some pressure somewhere, as it looks like Lakeinator does end up taking away that mini prime.
Oh, yeah. You already know Lake was asking for that. He's like, give me the mini. I know exactly what to do with this. He's going to go ahead and get some plates in the mid lane, and then he's going to start rotating. That's just the type of player that Lake is. He likes to take advantage of the objective pressure. And so let's go ahead and see what Lake does with it here.
Yep, and we got Toasty in the mid, and that's one of the things, right? As a support wraith in these situations, is now that you've got your ADC ahead, we know that Cure can hold his own against Norf, especially since he's ahead as well. So this is going to create a lot of pressure onto Appy, and it should allow, if Belica has no flash, we've got Mav here as well, and the rotation from Tekken Kid. I'm not sure that Appy is aware of this at the moment, as he is going to eat a rock. There is Appy missing the knockup. We've got the Grux pull as well. That's going to be Appy going down right before an objective as well. And we do have the mini prime, so a lot of pressure onto this mid tower, but it looks like they're going to opt to just go right to the Fangtooth, and there's not really much that Team Norf can do about it.
Yeah, why not take the advantage after another big pick here? These guys are just getting picked left and right, going straight for the objective. They're playing so well together. As you can see, Tekken Kid is just so great at rotating at perfect times. Him just being there for the pool itself just confirms that Appy kill and lets him just get that Fangtooth for free.
Yep, and it's unfortunate. Is the the Team Toasty now with all the objectives in game number 2. They had a lot of the objectives in game number 1. Lakeinator still having that mini prime right now, so getting some plates at the same time, getting as much value as possible. We do have the Greystone rotate as well. Shinbi's also in there. Microwave going down on the route. Mav needs to respect the damage. Shinbi ult is utilized, but it's not going to secure an elimination, and that's going to be a great disengage from Team Toasty, forcing out a lot of utility during that fight, getting some plates. And then we got the quick back right before mini prime runs out. Tekken Kid maintaining that pressure on right. Just a lot of things going really well for Team Toasty here 11 minutes in.
The scoreboard is 4-1, so Team Toasty is feeling good right now. They just cannot let the lead get to their head. As you know, per my experience, once you are ahead, that's when you really start making mistakes. But knowing these players, they know how to take that lead and keep it and roll with it. So hopefully they play around the Cure, they play around the gadget, and everything should go smooth for Team Toasty. I just want to see what Team Norf has planned to come back from this deficit.
Yeah, it's a very difficult position to be in right now, I think. And Team Norf, the fact that they have to have that Narbash there in that dual lane, because Cure is just so far ahead. He's got so much damage. Norf cannot 1v1 him right now. He just can't do it. So further and further behind as he's sharing that XP. But we do have the Wraith now joining as well. Lots of poke damage going out. Lots of pressure in that dual lane, but nothing to really fight for just yet. We do have the Tekken Kid in the off lane maintaining that pressure. Looks like there is a quick check of the red side confirming that there is no Rampage over here. He's on blue side. Be careful left. That's one of those things, right? That's one of those things as an offlaner. You just got to be proactive at checking positions. And one of these things, or one of the things that I think these teams do extremely well, Kevin, you might be able to touch on this, is maintaining the position, right? You've always got to be checking the position of where the enemy jungler is at.
Positioning is everything in this game. As much as it's important to get your CS as it is to get objectives, positioning is really what dictates you from getting that pick or from getting a certain position in the game where it goes your way. And as you can see, Tekken is going crazy here with the damage. He did build Sky Splitter, and he's building more lifesteal and damage. So you can see already Tekken Kid just going crazy there with the damage, just swinging. They're trying to get the Narbash here, just poking him from far away. As you can see, Kira and Toasty, the Grim and Wraith combo is just a little too crazy for them. They're getting poked down under tower. Come on now.
Right. They can't touch them. They can't get close. If they try and get close to poke or to stun, then, that's half your HP bar. It's gone. But that's going to allow Mav to also invade. He's creating a lot of pressure. Tekken Kid now eating the side, the blue side, because he's able to force out a flash and an ult, knowing that he can do this, and it's just going to put Oba even further behind. So this is it's not looking good. We do have the next Fangtooth should be coming up here in the next minute or so. Mini Prime also should be available pretty soon as well, as we do see the rotations from all 5 team members of Team Toasty kind of positioning for that. Tekken Kid taking a reset, thinking about this next objective, Mini Prime into Fangtooth. And if they get both of these, Kev, it's not looking good for Team Norf.
No, definitely not. After these two, they definitely got to make something happen. Team Norf has to step up. They have to try to go for a steal. They got to play a little more risky here because they just cannot afford to lose one more objective. The problem is that Team Toasty is just so far ahead here. There's a big fight going crazy. They're trying to focus the Cure here. The Narbash trying to keep everybody alive. Mav going in with the ult. They're trying to play that positioning there. Tekken Kid with the big pull, but doesn't pull anybody here. Narbash gets somebody with the ult. They're just playing it real safe, trying to make sure nobody gets caught, because that will make sure that the Mini Prime gets stolen. Cure 1 HP goes down by the Greystone. Tekken just slamming away.
Lots of utility utilized from both sides here. Appy forced to flash out. That's going to be him eating a rock at the same time. There's a stasis, but I think he's definitely dead. That's going to be the Gadget securing the kill. No ults available from either side. Both teams using absolutely everything. And again, Team Toasty coming out on top. They did lose the Grim, but at the same time, Team Norf losing 2 members, forced to retreat. Now taking a reset. They've got that third Fang coming up. They're positioning for that. Team Norf realizing that is the next objective. Yes, it's 6-2, but this is third Fangtooth, and Team Toasty has gotten both Fangtooths as well as 2 Mini Primes as of right now. So this is going to be a difficult fight, and they're going to pull it right away.
Yeah, they're trying to just make sure to get that pick control before Team Toasty can just jump in there. But I mean, they do have the Narbash just trying to heal him up right there. They're not even getting any damage done on them. Oh, poor Oba is just getting slammed and gets killed by the Grim ult here.
Oh no, I think that was a miscommunication. Oba wanting to pull it immediately. Everyone else was like, maybe not. And then Norf caught in a bad spot. He gets ramp rocked. Looks like Bone Druid trying to survive. Toasty has a little bit of mana to try and kill him. Does he have enough for a snipe? I don't know that he does. There's an auto. It's blocked by the passive. Doesn't matter. He gets away. Fangtooth does go in the favor, but now hold on. Toasty realizing, wait a minute. I'm by myself. No mana. He's dead, but it doesn't matter. That's third Fangtooth for Team Toasty, and it looks like it's going to be a mid tower as well. And Bartledew eating a rock, potentially going down. Can Tekken Kid catch him? He's going to try. Oh, the flash coming
Oh,
out from Bartledew. He gets away, but my gosh, it is just a lot used from Team Norf, and Team Toasty is looking poised to try and close this out as time goes on here.
let's see if Tekken Kid can get out of here. The Tesla Dome does go down. And he goes down by the Greystone. Mav also has the mini prime, might just go down with it as well. Oh man, Team Norf is definitely making a little comeback with all that gold now going into their pocket after getting all those shutdowns. They got a little hasty there after Toasty just started chasing for that kill, and after he got caught, it just kind of made a whole little, crazy fight happen right there by the river buff, and now that just kind of puts Team Norf a little bit in a comeback now.
I'm hearing comms were demonic. I can only imagine in that position what the comms might have been like, but lots of back and forth going on here. Maybe a little bit of an overstay. Appy, 1 HP Toasty. Can you get the snipe? No, he misses. He's looking for another one. Appy getting away with his life. Toasty chasing. He does take out Appy. God, that is the worst position to be in. You're being hunted by a support Wraith, by the way, and there's nothing you can do about it.
The power of support Wraith, it is actually so viable, and it makes me upset as a carry player just going against two ADCs. And when it comes down to like the mid to late game, it's just there's no support really. You're just really going against another damage dealer. And as you can see there, just the combination of the Grim ult and the Wraith snipe just secures that kill.
It's nasty, man. And at the same time, it's like, in most situations, the support getting the kill, it's like, well, fuck, I could have used that, right? It would have been better for an ADC or the jungler to get it. Literally anyone else. But in this situation where you have a Wraith support, it's like, all right, the Wraith gets the kill. Not the worst, because now he's stronger. He can continue to poke. So it's really not bad at all for Wraith to be able to snowball. And that's the danger of having a team comp like this. So Team Norf, it's not looking great from an overall perspective right now. They've lost all 5 objectives thus far. We've got Big Prime coming up in 24 seconds. And there's a stasis coming out from Gadget as he's caught out in mid. Bartledew, also low, has to back up both teams. That's a flash utilized by Gadget as well. And a disengage might be coming out here, but Cure stepping up yet again, dealing a bunch of damage. Bone Druid caught out. He's stunned, so he's not able to utilize his ult. And now, right before the Fangtooth, 5 seconds until it spawns, they're going to be able to reset and probably pull that right away. Really force the issue here without that Greystone being able to pressure. This is going to be a rough fight.
Yeah, it's definitely looking in the favor of Team Toasty here with them 5 up. They are not going to be able to get an objective pressure going on, and it's looking like a big fight is ensuing here again. Another kill for Team Toasty, and they are going crazy right now. Oba's trying to survive here. If they get a pick here, this is a secured objective for them. And he does go down by Tekken K, just hunting everybody down. Tekken is going crazy with that Grux.
Absolutely insane. Toasty, doing a great job in these team fights. They do. Team Norf does manage to take out Cure, but it's a 4-for-1 trade, right? Or I guess it's technically a 3-for-1 trade in that scenario, but that's going to be an objective for Team Toasty yet again here. Jungler is not up for 16 seconds. Objectives at 10K. Bone Druid coming in here, going to try and buy some time for some utilization for some utility to be used. Appy, Stasis coming out. Bone Druid still in the pit, trying to buy some time. He's doing a good job buying time as Oba is coming up as he's now available. There's the Gadget ult coming out, though, as Bone Druid does take out Lakeinator. Tekken Kid is low. Those missiles might kill him. Not sure. Not able to see just yet. He does get out alive. He's going to have to reset pretty quick. And Bone Druid and Appy able to buy just enough time to try and make something happen here as Oba now dropping into the pit. Looks like they're going to be pulling the objective as well, but I don't think that this is the right time to do it because they're still there. They're still healthy. They've got the Narbash heals. Oh my gosh, Mav is in there. Lots of action going down. I think that's going to be Narbash 1 HP. He's not dead. Norf takes out Mav. There is the Narbash going down, but Cure now with no mana. Beautiful block by Cure. manages to survive that knockup, and Oba able to escape with his life. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Both teams are going to have to buy some time here. This is an interesting turn of events. Did not think that is how that was going to go down, but a great team fight as they're going to now start positioning for what looks like Primordial.
That was all crazy, starting from the Greystone going in, just trying to buy some time. And I think he did an amazing job waiting for his team to get there. And as soon as they get there, they start burning everything. And it's just a big fiesta right there. Actually, oh man, he just gets caught right here by Toasty. Yeah, this might just be Primordial for them.
Yeah, it's at 7K. You've got the gadget. You've got a Gruxin on it. And yeah, sure, Oba's about to get there, but it's too late, man. That's Primordial. And then that is going to allow Team Toasty. That is all objectives for Team Toasty so far. 4 Fangtooths, 2 mini primes, and now they're positioned to force a fight onto Orb. Ooh, I don't know. What do you do here if you're Team Norf?
Man, if you're Team Norf, all you can do is just play patient. You just can't be giving them any more kills, because that's just what lets them have that pick control. If everybody's up, then you at least have the ability to either steal or contest. But at this point, you just can't die, because it's just a big sacrifice that you need your whole team alive, because they're just so ahead at this point.
Yeah, we see here we've got 3 people from Team Norf to try and deal with Tekken Kid. Meanwhile, 4 people from Team Toasty are on that Orb Prime. It's at 4K, 3K, 2K. I think that's going to do it. Oba is in there. Does steal it. I think he does. I think Oba did manage to steal it, so that's a smite div. He does go down for it, but at the same time, oh no,
no. Yeah,
it does. He got it. I thought he got it, but no, that's going to go to the side of Team Toasty, so they've gotten all objectives.
Shout out Oba, though. Shout out Oba for that play. That was like really right there at the cusp of his hands.
So you gotta go for that.
Double buffed here. It is not looking good for Team Norf. They have not gotten one single objective, and it's just a big snowball on Toasty's side.
Yeah, and you just have to give this inhib right now. I don't think they can continue much further. They're going to play it safe here. They're just going to try and get that mid inhib as well. Left lane, I can't see the minions, but I have to assume that they're neutralized. A little bit of a replay shenanigans right there. But double buff, now they take a reset. They come back, they regroup with their Grux, and just push down that left lane. And unless a mistake happens here from Team Toasty, it's going to be very difficult for Team Norf to defend this inevitable push.
I always say, man, it ain't over till it's over. That's why there's a never surrender calm in the game. But sometimes you just have to understand that once you are on the other side of the coin, you have to just try your best to outplay them one way or another, whether it's to just catch one guy slipping or just play together with the team. That's the best thing that I can say to Team Norf, because right now it's just looking real bad.
Yeah, and if we can take a quick look at the scoreboard, I'm just curious about the gold diff that's happening at the moment. I'm not sure what the difference is. I can't imagine it's great. But I mean, you've done some scrims, Kev, right? You've played against some of these players in scrims. They don't make mistakes. They rarely make mistakes when they're in these positions, right? They know what the next step is. They're looking for mistakes from the other team, but it just doesn't happen. Massive wave coming in here onto the core. Lots of damage onto the core as well. And I'm not sure they are going to be able to defend this wave, but can they defend the next one?
Yeah, this is looking very, very tough. And as you said, do they make mistakes? When I scrim against these guys, all I can say is any little lead, even if it's first blood, first fang, that alone just lets them understand that they got the upper hand, and they will try their best to keep that no matter what. And as you can see in this game is a perfect example of how no objectives were taken from Team Norf. And that's because everybody in Team Toasty knows that objective is what wins games.
Objective wins games. And when you get every objective, I guess you kind of win the game. That's what happened here, man. Not to discount the effort from Team Norf. They were where they needed to be. They fought when they needed to fight. It was just, Team Toast came out on top each time. They played it really well. and ultimately they were able to close out the game. That's a huge gold gap too.
That's how you can see how objectives easily can just boost you to the next level, and there's nothing that you can do about it. That's why everybody's just like, group up at objectives. Come on, guys, you know, like it's important. You got to get it.
Snowball. And
Beautiful display.
Like every single lane knows how to win. Every single lane knows what to do. It's crazy. Two Titans going against each other, but that's going to do it for us for game number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick break before we get into game number 3 of the finals. And that is going to be the deciding game. Will there be a reverse sweep from the side of Team Norf?